Hey guys, Pejman Gadimi back with Exotic Car Hacks, and today we are going to do another breakdown yet of the cost of ownership of one of my exotics. You may have seen recently I acquired a Senna. However, I did get rid of one car right after, and that was my McLaren 720S LM. Now, I did one of these videos previously where many of you watched me break down the Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive and the Profit, and yet every peasant yet on the internet still had a comment to make about, what about taxes, man? Who's getting discounts on these cars? Okay, so let me just clarify this in a way that perhaps may make sense to you. If you are poor, retarded, a peasant, or simply incompetent and don't understand how the car market works, that is now more than ever a great reason to join Exotic Car Hacks and get educated. Otherwise, these nuts, man. Just listen, it really comes down to this very basic principle. You're either an idiot or you're not. You either understand finance or you don't. And if you don't, then shut the up. Like, really simple, right? It's really discouraging to see humanity going down to the toilet because there's a bunch of 15-year-olds holding their dicks in their hands, making comments like, I don't understand, you forgot taxes. Ain't nobody forget taxes. Rich people don't pay taxes, you idiots. Poor people pay taxes because you're morons. Like, that's what it comes down to. There are legal loopholes to not paying your taxes. They're called deductions, they're called registrations, and they're called understanding the system. The same system that's built to help you understand how to survive can actually be legally manipulated to win. And if you don't want to learn that, then don't. Keep being a peasant. If you want to learn that, then pay attention and stop pretending like you understand how rich people things work when you're poor. Now, let's get back to this very sensitive topic of money, something many of you don't understand. Okay, so let's first take a look at the 2021 McLaren 720S LM as to why the LM first off, right? So the first key term here is 2021. This was the final 720S coupe ever made. Big deal, because remember, the market was trending up. 2019s, 2018s were rising up to the 300s. Now, this MSRP on this car, again, brand new, this is not how much I paid, but the MSRP on all LMs was basically $352,000. That's the cost for the car brand new with zero discounts. So 2021, again, newer year, full 3-year warranty, till 2024, you have that large, wide warranty size, right? This is important because by the time some of these other 2018s and 2019s that are just 20 to 30K cheaper than this, including Spiders, come off warranty, you're still gonna have a 1.5 year warranty. The second part that we needed to pay attention to is roof scoop. The roof scoop was not available on any 720S coupe except the LM. The 765 is also optional at a huge sticker, meaning the majority of 765 roof scoop cars were significantly higher in the high 4s, 5s. So the gap between the regular 720S and the LM, if we look at this graph where basically here you have a 720S, here you have the LM, and then further here you have a 765 LT. This is what we call the stack, the comparing of where the cars basically sit, right? So here you have 720S, and you have the 720S LM, and then of course the 765 LT. The point here is that the LM sits closer to 720S than it sits to the 765 LT. So this is important because again, 2021, much better than 2018, 2019. Then, in addition to that, almost no coupes in 2020 or 2021 except for the LMs, unless there were special orders. So the majority of cars are going to basically be Spiders after 2019. So again, a very rare year coupe with an extended warranty compared to most other cars on the market. Secondly, roof scoop, but yet at a significant distance from the next roof scoop car. So very good. And then, of course, one of the best parts, one of 50 and no options. And this is really important because if you follow anything I'm talking about in Exotic Car Hacks, it's about understanding that options make or break a car, meaning because of the range of dollar you get into. All 720S LMs, same exact price, same MSRP, right? And of course, one of 50, so you're not going to have a lot of them on the market, making it hard to resell, and more importantly, making it very hard to get a gauge on price from a buyer because they're not going to be able to compare 14 or 15 cars in the market. The only other car at the time I sold my car was one at Fleet Tactical for $399,000, which was about 50K above sticker, and my car was listed on eBay for $375,000. So car, $375K listed, competition, the only competition in the world at $399. Mileage at the time of sale was 900. The mileage on this other one was like 200, but same basic spec type, both collector grade cars, right? My car had PPF, that one didn't, but basically the same cars, 25K apart. But I ended up selling my car for $350,000 even, which some people would say I cut myself short, and I probably did, but I needed the room for the Senna. So the 350 is the exit here, right? 352 was not the purchase price. The purchase price as seen here at the time of purchase, $337,000. Now I want to point this out because this is a big deal. This was a car that was literally one of the most limited, hard to get cars, 2 left in the country unsold, still a discount under sticker. Now, this is important and very, very important to understand because we are talking here about a $15,000 discount on a car that gets 0 discount. And it's super important because, again, 15K off now puts me in a really good position because it put me even closer here to the 720S baseline, right? So this is where I am, and this is where basically the car sold. So again, one of the things to understand here, Exotic Car Hacks is really a game of math more than anything else. It is not by any means a game of cars and buying wholesale and things like that. This car was bought brand new. It was bought for 15K discount, as you saw in my buyer's order, and it was sold, as you saw in my other sell order, for $350,000, and so therefore it gave me a profit. But this is important to kind of pay attention to, and I'm going to tell you why. Because many of you are, again, arguing that you don't understand about how taxes work. In my course, I break down exactly how to legally avoid taxes and be ahead of the game, right? In this case, taxes paid for this particular car were an actual registration fee of $1,100, which is what it costs to register the car, and there were 0 taxes. And this is also very important to understand. And then the other part that was actually an expense here, you may have followed me on Instagram and saw this car was at the shop 3 times, 2 times for a fuel failure, 1 time for a cracked roof, and there was a 0 repair cost, again, because warranty. So this is also something I teach in my course, how to buy the right car so you don't have any real expenses and not just buying cars with warranty, but there are other strategies to use even on older cars to ensure you have a 0 repair cost kind of model. But for now, let's take a look at this and understand. So we got $15,000 off. We sold for $13,000 more than we paid. We spent $1,100 on registration. That basically gives us $11,500. So the total profit after driving for 4 months was $11,500 for roughly 4 months. If we divide that by 2, roughly $2,800 a month. Now, that's not what I paid. That's basically what I got paid to drive a 720S McLaren Le Mans for 4 months, $2,800 a month each and every month. Now, there's also a jackass out there that's going to say, well, what about insurance? Okay, my insurance bill for my Senna, just to give you context, is $900 every 6 months. If you don't understand that, again, you're missing the Exotic Car Hacks principles that allow us to basically hack cars and how to not fall victim to consumerism, which ultimately ends up putting an idiot like one of the ones watching, and you know who you are, where you're paying $2,000 to $3,000 every 6 months for car insurance, and you don't understand why, and someone like your distant uncle whose cousin, whose grandmother died at some point, had a friend that had a Countach that was paying $20,000 a month, whose transmission blew out. Like, cut this shit. If you can't afford a car, you don't need to learn about these numbers. If you can't afford a car, then pay attention and learn instead of having an opinion. So real plain and simple, $2,800 a month paid to drive a 720S Le Mans. I would say a very successful hack. The point of hacking, remember, was never to drive and get paid. It is always to drive literally for free. So if we can drive a McLaren 720S Le Mans Special Edition for 4 months completely free, and on the other hand also get paid $11,500, I would say that this is a very successful in and out scenario. Now, even better is the person that bought the car is actually in an incredibly good position now to still get out with a $15,000, $20,000 margin and still enjoy the car for an additional 6 months. If I had the room, I would have kept it. My review of it in general is that it was one of the best 720Ss on earth. The fact that it had a roof scoop really made the driving experience better. The fender vents, the LM wheels really made the car what it really was. It was incredible, it was beautiful, and I don't think I could have asked for a better 720S hack. So if you want to learn how to apply things like that, if you want to learn how to legally avoid taxes, lower your insurance rates, if you want to learn the baseline of how to get paid to drive an exotic or even break free or just 10x your car without the cost, Remember, Exotic Car Hacks is having a Black Friday and July sale, and it ends very, very soon, if not tonight. By the time you watch this video, this sale may be over. You have one job. It's to click the link in the description and join us. It's just $197 for a lifetime membership instead of $1,000. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, especially if there's gaps in your knowledge about how we make this happen. One, how do we get a discount of $15,000 on a super limited car? Brand new, right? Two, how do we sell this car for exactly more than we paid and still drove it? Three, how do we never worry about taxes or insurance or repairs on any exotic car? So these are the things you need to learn. And four, how do we understand the trajectory of values of where cars are going based on models, makes, and everything else? This is what Exotic Car Hacks is, and I look forward to seeing you in our community instead of as mental masturbators here on YouTube. So click the link. I'll see you inside, and hopefully this meant something better to you than the previous video of the Huracan Evo that was trolled by so many cartoon characters. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again for watching.